Welcome to AI in 10. I'm Chuck Goetschel, and every day I break down the biggest AI story in just 10 minutes. What it is, why it matters, and how you can actually use it. You know that feeling when you're scrolling through your phone and suddenly everyone's talking about the same thing, but you have no idea what just happened? Oh, she. Well, that's exactly what's been happening in the AI world this week. Everyone's buzzing about something called multi-agent systems, and if you're wondering what that even means, you're not alone. But here's the thing, this isn't just tech gossip. This is about to change how you work, how you solve problems, and maybe even how you think about getting things done. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening right now. Remember when you were a kid and you had to do a big school project? You probably tackled it all by yourself. One step at a time. Researching, writing, making the poster board. Now imagine if instead you had a whole team of really smart friends, each one an expert at different things. One person's amazing at research, another's a writing wizard, someone else is incredible with design, and they all work together to knock your project out of the park. That's essentially what multi-agent AI systems are, except these friends are AI programs and they never get tired or need snacks. Here's what's actually happening in simple terms. Instead of one big AI trying to do everything, companies are building teams of smaller, specialized AIs that work together. Think of it like a digital assembly line, but way cooler. One AI might be really good at understanding what you want. Another AI specializes in finding information. A third one excels at organizing that information. And a fourth one is amazing at presenting it back to you in exactly the way you need it. The reason everyone's talking about this now is because several major companies just released these systems in the past few weeks. We're talking about Google, Anthropic, XI, all launching their versions almost simultaneously. It's like they all showed up to the same party wearing the same outfit, except the outfit is revolutionary AI technology. What makes this different from the AI you might already be using? Well, current AI is kind of like having one really smart intern. They can do a lot, but they're working alone. And sometimes they get confused or make mistakes because they're trying to juggle too many things at once. Multi-agent systems are like having a whole department of specialists, each focused on what they do best, checking each other's work, and collaborating to give you better results. And here's the kicker. These AI teams are designed to reduce something called hallucinations. That's when AI just makes stuff up, which honestly sounds like something you'd want at a dinner party, but definitely not when you're trying to get work done. By having multiple AI agents double check each other, the chances of getting bogus information drop dramatically. Now, let's talk about what this means for your actual life, because this isn't happening in some distant future. This is rolling out right now, and it's going to touch your world whether you're ready or not. First, let's talk about your job. Whatever you do for work, there are probably parts of it that involve coordinating different tasks, gathering information from multiple sources, or managing complex projects. Multi-agent AI is about to make you incredibly good at all of that. Imagine you're in marketing, and instead of spending hours researching competitors, analyzing trends, and crafting campaigns, you have an AI team that does the research, another that analyzes the data, and a third that helps you create the campaign, all working together while you focus on strategy and creativity. If you're in sales, picture having one AI that researches your prospects, another that analyzes the best approach for each client, and a third that helps you craft personalized proposals. If you work in any kind of project management, think about having AI agents that track deadlines, identify bottlenecks, and suggest solutions, all automatically coordinating to keep your projects on track. The financial implications here are huge. Companies that embrace this technology are going to become incredibly efficient, incredibly fast, which means two things for you. One, if your company adopts this, you're about to become a productivity superstar. Two, if they don't you might want to start looking for one that does, because the competitive advantage is going to be massive. Here's what I'm seeing in my own business and in our AI hammock community. The people who are learning to work with AI systems now, they're not just keeping up, they're getting ahead. They're the ones getting promoted, starting successful businesses, and having more time for their families because they're not drowning in busy work anymore. And speaking of families, this technology is going to impact your personal life too. Think about planning a family vacation. Instead of spending weekend hours researching destinations, comparing prices, reading reviews, and coordinating schedules, imagine AI agents that handle the research, find the best deals, check everyone's calendars, and present you with perfect options. You get to focus on the fun part, actually enjoying time with your family. As I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, so talk to a professional about your specific investment decisions. But from a career perspective, this is the kind of shift that creates massive opportunities for people who pay attention. So what can you actually do about this today? Because that's always the question, right? This all sounds great, but where do you start? Here's your action plan, and it's simpler than you think. You don't need to understand the technical details of multi-agent systems. You just need to start thinking like someone who works with AI teams. Start by picking one regular task you do, something that normally takes you a few hours and involves multiple steps. Maybe it's preparing for a presentation, researching a purchase decision, or planning a project at work. Now, instead of doing it the old way, try using multiple AI tools to tackle different parts of the job. Here's a concrete example. Let's say you need to create a presentation for work. Instead of doing everything in one AI chat, break it down. Use one AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude to brainstorm and outline your main points. Then use another AI session or even a different tool to research supporting data and statistics. Use a third AI interaction to help you craft compelling headlines and transitions. Maybe use a fourth to suggest visual elements or slide designs. The key is you're not just using AI, you're orchestrating multiple AI interactions, each focused on what they do best. You become the conductor, and the AIs become your orchestra. Another practical approach: start treating AI conversations differently. Instead of trying to get everything done in one long chat, break your requests into smaller, more focused interactions. Ask one AI to analyze a problem, then take that analysis to another AI session and ask for solutions. Then take the best solutions to a third AI conversation and ask for implementation steps. You'll be amazed at how much better your results get when you stop thinking of AI as one tool and start thinking of it as a toolbox full of specialists. And here's something most people don't realize. You can do this right now with tools you probably already have access to. You don't need to wait for the fancy multi-agent systems to be released to the public. You can create your own version today by simply using AI more strategically. Try this exercise this week. Pick a project you've been putting off, something that feels overwhelming because it involves so many different types of work: research and analysis, writing, organizing, and whatever it is. Now break it into chunks and tackle each chunk with a fresh AI conversation focused just on that piece. I guarantee you'll get it done faster, and the quality will be better than if you tried to do it all yourself or even all in one AI session. The people who master this approach, this orchestrated use of AI, they're going to have a massive advantage as these official multi-agent systems become mainstream, because they'll already know how to think in terms of AI collaboration instead of just AI assistants. And remember, this isn't about replacing your judgment or creativity, it's about amplifying them. You're still the one making decisions, setting priorities, and bringing human insight to the table. But now you have a team of digital specialists handling the heavy lifting, so you can focus on what humans do best: strategy, relationships, and creative problem solving. The bottom line is this: we're witnessing the birth of AI teamwork, and it's happening right now. The companies rolling out multi-agent systems aren't just improving AI, they're fundamentally changing how work gets done. The question isn't whether this technology will impact your life, it's whether you'll be ready to use it or whether it'll leave you behind. The good news is you can start preparing today by learning to think of AI not as a single tool, but as a team of specialists waiting to help you succeed. That's today's AI in 10. If you want to go deeper and learn AI with a community of people just like you, join us at aihammock.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends.